Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Hearthstone deck spotlight. My name is Tommy Wave, and today we'll be taking a look at this is Mikey FL's Keleseth Warrior. I actually played this deck a little bit off stream, really enjoyed it, so I thought I'd check it out on stream as well. We haven't played too many non-controlling warrior decks in a while. Been mostly control or odd warrior, things like that, so it feels good to be bashing with some small sized boys in a warrior deck. So the whole idea of this kind of list is we've got Keleseth in here, we've got a nice amount of minions and stuff as well to take advantage of it, and we've just got, if you look at the curve, a really nice chunky mid-range option. We've got a lot of 3s, 4s, and 5s, so we're really going to be looking to wrestle control of the game from our opponent in those couple of turns. That's really where we're going to hit our stride. We've also got some late game options, and a really interesting one in Lesser Mithril Spellstone. We've played this card quite a lot before. One of our budget decks for one of the most recent expansions was a Spellstone Warrior deck. Was particularly very good when N'Zoth's first mate was still legal in standard, but at the moment we've still got some great weapons for warrior in standard, mostly Blood Razor and Fiery War Axe. So we've got a couple of options to upgrade this, and I still think that playing a Spellstone without it being fully upgraded, 7 mana for 10/10 worth of stats is still spot on. It's still a good place to be. The other option for upgrading this Spellstone we have is a Scourgelord Garrosh, so something to keep in mind, that we might want to sequence things that way. But yeah, lots of mid-range power, and then some late game hitters with the Spellstones, Grom, Garrosh, and a Lich King in there as well. We've got a nice little rush package in here too, with the Town Crier, with 2 Rabid Worgens, and just the Darius Crowley. No Ziliax, no Militia Commander. No Militia Commanders here as well. Instead, just focusing on the more solid minions. We've got Frothing Berserker in here, great card at potentially snowballing out of control. Obviously Firefly, one of the best 1-drops around. Tar Creeper helps protect our Frothing Berserker, make it hard for our opponent to trade in. Korkron, a great way for us to press the advantage, particularly with the Keleseth buff coming down, hitting for 5. Chain Gang, also excellent with the Keleseth buff, also going to help protect our Rabid Worgens, build a nice wide board as well. Singleton Spellbreaker, as always, we say don't leave home without a Spellbreaker, particularly in an aggressive deck like this. Spellbreaker is going to be great. Fester Root Hulk is a personal favourite of mine. We mentioned this in our budget review of Witchwood, that Fester Root Hulk could give aggressive warrior decks like the critical mass of great threats to play, with Frothing Berserker and things like that. And in the one game that I have played, this card did get pretty large. It's just got a nice big booty on there as well, so quite hard for some decks to take care of. Fungalmancer as well, to take advantage of going a little bit wide but not too wide. We'll definitely be paying attention to this to see if we would rather play a card like Saronite or Cobalt Scalebane, rather. Kind of feels like this is more of a Cobalt Scalebane deck than a Fungalmancer deck, but hopefully we're wrong. And then the late game threats there. So we're going to jump in some games, see how we go. I guess the overarching thing for me that first cropped up before I played the deck was that it feels like playing Lesser Mithril Spellstone and Keleseth in a deck is a bit of a non-bo. They're two very different things. Keleseth incentivizes you to play as many minions as possible to make sure you take advantage of, the cost of not playing any 2-drops. And Lesser Mithril Spellstone doesn't get buffed by Keleseth, and also incentivizes you to play more non-minion creatures. You want to be playing some amount of weapons, but I think we'd still be playing these weapons even if we weren't playing the Spellstone. So we'll see how that goes, and let's get it. Okay. Up against Paladin. So the real question here is, do we keep a Spellstone against a Paladin deck? I don't think so. I think it's too risky. obviously the later we get these spell stones, the worse they are, because we're less likely to be able to have weapons to deploy. But I think again, it's just too much of a risk. Too much of a risk. I wonder why they don't make trees and mossy horror elementals or trents. I think there's something with like natural things, like naturally birthed things or something. Like treants are trees given life, so they're not elementals. I'm really glad we didn't draw the last rabid worm there. We are up against not odd paladin, and they open up with a secret. Oh no, it is odd paladin, but they opened up with a secret. Does it get down? Is it just get down?
Listen here.
Yeah.
Get down.
You want a coin of 3. No, I think we'll just armor up here. We'll look at the Festeroot Hulk. Why isn't it a treant? That's true. I guess maybe treants are specifically just small trees. Festeroot Hulk has graduated from Trent School. Excellent. That's a good board to Blood Razor into. Doesn't use our mana ideally, as I believe. We would have liked to have deployed some of these 3-drops, but we're here. We're clear. We've got a Saronite Chain Gang to play as well. We got a second Blood Razor, which is probably the best card in this matchup for us. And our opponent wants to let us get some damage on this Corridor Creeper. Another get down. Auto Defense Matrix, okay. Real curious about that one. I think we'll just get the Corcoran down and trade this off. Out of my jungle.
Reporting for duty.
So do we go for the Chain Gang or Darius here? I think we'll go for the Chain Gang. We won't trade, I don't think. You know, if our opponent wants to level up and slam in here and then trade this off, then they can go for it. When does everything rotate? The first set of every year rotates out a year's worth of content. So the first set of next year will rotate out a couple of things. Let me just do some math here. Go. So yeah, the first set of next year will rotate out Kobolds and Catacombs, Knights of the Frozen Throne, and Ungoro. Yeah, everyone's a bit sad. I've heard that a couple of times. Everyone's a bit sad to see Ungoro go. What are you going to do on 5? And our next turn, are we getting Darius down to try and grow that, or are we going to try and get the Festeroot down to grow that? Bad mole. Also maybe means they don't have, what's it called? Vine Cleaver. I mean, they are playing a bit of an off-meta thing with a couple of secrets thrown in here. Whose jungle are we supposed to get out of now? Well, I can unbutton this this top button. You can get out of my jungle if you want. My hairy chest jungle.
Out of my jungle!
We're gonna get out of this boy's jungle though. Stonehill Defender, yeah, losing Stonehill, losing all the quests. I was actually just saying to someone that it kind of sucks that not, like, there are still some quests that, you know, never even really had like a tier 3 deck or anything like that. It's a little bit sad, you know. Alright, so let's slam in one of these and see what happens. Get down, auto defense matrix. Get down. We're gonna go for a Lich King here, I reckon, so. Trade here. Of the frozen wastes rise. Yikes, oh my gosh. That's a yikes from Gemini. Army of the Dead.
Reporting for duty.
This is going to be the big level up. Oh, huge level up. Oh, Tarim. That's a lot better for our opponent. Huh.
Attack!
Three, 6, 7.
What now?
How long do we stream for on Friday? It's still 12 till 3.
Attack!
No, we need to attack the Crowley first. Ugh. How do we goof that one?
That was an error.
Ugh, we don't even get the buff on the Fest route. Oh, jeez. I think we need some more coffee, friends. Divine Favor for 2.
Handle it!
I need more wave in my life. Well, all the content has been so stale. Really? I mean, look, if you can ever think of content that you would like to see, that you'd want to see made, you can always throw me a suggestion. Chuck me an email or DM or whatever if you want to keep it private, but yeah, interesting that you say that things are getting stale. I mean, I understand, you know, it's not like I think that, you know, Hearthstone is the most amazing game right now. People have definitely relaxed on the creativity side of things.
Reporting for duty.
Okay. Rule its ashes. Burn this world. Rule its ashes. Alright. Does our opponent have Leroy? It's a card that makes sense for them to have. They have a Vine Cleaver. If it's a Vine Cleaver, we might be able to win. Between our new hero power and maybe a couple of clutch taunts. Witchwood Grizzly.
Reporting for duty.
Lost in the jungle? You gonna trade here then? No, just getting things clean for the Divine Favor. Oh, this is an adaptation? Blessing of Might. Opponent's got some cool ones in the deck. For sure. Fast and furious. Don't have a lot of margin for error here.
Reporting for duty.
Opponent still has so many resources left as well, so we can't really hope to grind them out of said resources.
Handle it.
Shiny, shiny, lovely loot.
Shiny, shiny, lovely loot.
I'm fast and furious.
5k forever! Finally managed to catch one of your streams. You're not very EU friendly. Yeah, Australia and Europe are pretty different. What's this deck? We are playing Mikey FL's Keleseth Warrior. Comes to us from Hearthstone. It's a very interesting mid-rangey warrior list with a couple of disparate elements. You know, we're playing lesser mythical spellstones in a deck that's playing Keleseth, which is a little bit strange. But I played this game off stream, this deck off stream yesterday, and actually had a lot of fun with it. Our opponent's on some kind of funky odd paladin list, which has got some. Oh my gosh, stealth might be the perfect rip there. Can we just kill our opponent though? So this is 7, 11, 15. Yeah, I think that's lethal, right?
Mushroom power! Mushroom power! In your face!
And the 4 from the Shadow one, so whew, we got there. 5k coming in with the big lucky charms. Get that win. Alright, here we are against the priest. Now, do we keep this frothing berserker? Against priest, it doesn't have a real big chance of growing super big. And I think we maybe want to just get that extra draw to try and find our Town Crier or Firefly, or most importantly our Keleseth. So do a full mulligan here. Be nice and aggressive. Nice, this is an alright curve. Still missing the Keleseth. I think on average, if you're running 5 weapons in a deck, you'll usually end up with a positive stone result. I think that's totally right. And in this deck we do have, technically 5 weapons with Scourge Lord Garrosh. But I was always of the, not of the opinion, but I always like to do 6. I think 6 was my threshold, so that's why I liked the 2 N'Zoth's First Mate, 2 Fiery War Axe, 2, you know, Arcanite Reaper or Blood Race or whatever you wanted to hedge against. Let's get rid of this bad boy. The other thing that kind of is another disparate element with this Spellstone Keleseth interaction is that both are cards that incentivize you to have them in your opening hand. You want to be mulliganing for both of them. Push some face damage here with the Core Chronolite. If I don't pull on Duster, I will uninstall Life. No, Gemini, please. Don't uninstall Life. It's an easy game. How long can this go on? I've been far too busy. I haven't looked at the cards since the first release. Going in blind. Yeah, it's fun to go in blind. I've definitely done that for a couple of expansions. Probably like Ungoro and stuff like that. I was pretty like, well, let's just see what's going on. And it was really fun. But at the same time, I kind of like, you know, checking things out's always good. We have a weak play there. Opponent maybe setting up a Holy Nova next turn. I mean, we're definitely getting Psychic Scream, so we're not going to... I'm not going to run any more of these, our good boys, into a Psychic Scream. Did I look at that deck list, Gemini? No, I did not. I have it still opened here in Twitter. We'll take a look at it after this video. What's happening, friend? 9. We're just getting Alex Truzzard. Obsidian statue. Spellbreaker off the top. Darius Crowley. We can't really kill this without dealing any damage to it, so...
Free me! Free me!
That sucks. Big yuck. Big yuck from me, friends. Keep our secret list? Okay. We'll keep it secret. Just between us. Valen!
What now?
This also sucks. I wanted that boy. Trying to settle on a good mid-range priest list that feels like I'm almost there. Are you doing like a mid-range resurrect priest, or you trying to do like a shadow ascendant, like Cobalt Scalebane kind of thing? What kind of mid-range priest are you? What do you want about? Tempo Priest with Keleseth? Yeah. I can vibe that. Saw an interesting Tempo Priest, which was playing, speaking of Keleseth, interesting Tempo Priest that was playing Fireplume Phoenix. It's like an interesting budget SI7. I think we can kill that. 3, 4, 8. I guess we just have to hope they can't kill us. Just gotta hope. There's a Resurrect, and there's one Mind Blast. Nope. Holy Smoke. Mind Blast for 20. GG. Yeah, unfortunately we just really couldn't capitalize. You know, we couldn't land any of our the only snowbally threat we managed to land. We had to trade for a Valen. Maybe we just shouldn't have traded for the Valen and just been like, well, they either have it or they don't have it. So yeah, another reason why I would love to see a card like maybe like a Vicious Fledgling in this deck, something that can be proactive and doesn't rely on us having to, like, you know, our opponent having minions to grow our Frothing Berserker out of control, or us having minions to grow our Festeroot Hulk out of control. But GG. Okay, up against a Druid. I think this is a... maybe we'll try actually keeping a Spellstone in our hand for once. So we're going to not get as many draws for our Keleseth or our 1-drops, but hopefully we'll be able to play this Spellstone on a relevant turn, and especially against maybe like a controlling style of Druid deck, we might be able to get some big advantage after they... Okay, let's really hope we can draw some weapons. No Inner Fire, more or less just looking to curve out. Corpse Takers with Wind Harpy. Ooh, what's the any Divine Shield in there? At least we have a 3-4, reasonable 3-4 curve, and we've got at least one weapon in our hand. Corpse Takers with Wind Harpy. Oh, Ziliax. Oh, that's cool, so just gotta try and not draw the Ziliax, I guess. Me blade be thirsty. Fortunately, our opponent has the Wild Growth, which generally, I think for this type of deck, not getting out under the opponent, letting them get a Wild Growth off, especially if this is a Nourish, yeah. We're in all kinds of pain right here. Friends, and the other Wild Growth. Okay, that's not so bad. Hopefully they don't have like a Branching Paths or something. Like Branching Paths with a couple of Spellstones in hand could be pretty deadly, and obviously Ultimate Infestation coming at some point too. And the Spellstone, okay. Well, our opponent did hard mulligan, so they might not have Ultimate Infestation, but we're feeling pretty helpless at this point. Rush the enemies, defend Gilneas, etc. We considered a Sunwalker, but meh. Yeah. If it feels like it's enough, and you know the mulligan strategy, you're essentially hard mulliganing for Keleseth every time anyway. How many 1-drops are you playing in this this mid-rangey Keleseth priest list? Unfortunately, I think our Crowley is going to bite the dust next turn. Ooh, or do we go for... oh, we can't Hulk and kill these, so... guess we'll go for Darius. Defend... Gilneas.
Free me.
I was running double Diamol, double Cleric, but cut 1 mole for a Scalebane. You think the 3 drops is kind of where you want to be? You think Diamol over Firefly? Interesting choice. Ah, sweet essence. Finally gonna get to play a weapon. Yes. Oh, I'm also running Lady in White, so it's slightly better if I don't hit it early on. And the 3 drops are definitely the strong point. Cool. I'm vibing it. If you want to send me a list, I'd love to check it out. Oh, jeez. Interesting, our opponent using the Spellstone there. They could have very easily just left everything in play. Or rather, just traded with these.
And rule its ashes.
You want it tweeted? Yeah, you can tweet at me. You can DM me. Whatever you'd like to see. Whatever you'd like to do. Anything's fine. Sweet essence. Oof. Big power of the wild. So is this token druid, and they're getting desperate. Hmm.
I'm fast and furious! In your face!
Okay. You know, if we can hit a weapon in the next turn or two and actually start dropping these spell stones. Hmm. We kind of just died a savage roll, don't we? Now we definitely don't die to Savage Roar. We'll see if our opponent has another Wisp's Soul combo. Really interesting to me that they didn't hold on to that Power of the Wild. Right? Like, imagine a turn where they had the Wisp's Soul and Power of the Wild, and we can't clear the Wisps with the Hero Power. Nourish cards. Keleseth, baby. I think we'll just go Keleseth and Grom here. I mean, we could have got the extra damage by going for Grom Hero Power, but get the Keleseth out now. Make sure that if we're drawing our Chain Gang, our Corcoran Elite, any of our 1-drops that are still in our deck. Unfortunately, Town Cry are not going to be too strong. The Razor.
Blood will flow. Ah, mushroom.
Taste my blade.
Job's done.
Well, we could have sequenced that differently, right? Is there a way we could have sequenced it where one of those Treants dies? No, they still have a double Savage Roll. And we would have died to double Savage Roll with just 2 things in play as well. So, unfortunate. unfortunate. Just couldn't draw that second weapon to get these spellstones powered up. So that's kind of what we were talking about, where the deck has just just kind of two very disparate elements. And sometimes you're going to draw in a way that, you know, you hit your Keleseth on 2, and you hit your 2 weapons, and it's like a Blood Razor that's right on point, or it's a Fiery War Axe that's really early and does a good job, and then you get to slam the Spellstones as well. But also you're going to get those games just like we had, where you keep the Spellstones, you don't draw your weapons, you don't draw Keleseth until really late, and then everything just kind of feels really clunky. So definitely something to keep in mind when you do play this deck. But please, if you have the pieces, give this deck a try, because I think it's genuinely a really different way to play, a really fun way to play Warrior, that's not controlling or trying to do, you know, those big boom ship things. This is just a very fair deck, and you could easily create a more budget version of this list by cutting out some of the high end and just playing more, you know, if you don't have Keleseth, cut the Keleseth, play more 2-drops, more Omani Berserkers and things like that. And I think you have some great success at those kind of, you know, rank 20 to 15. Alright, big shout out to Mikey FL for the deck. If you are watching on YouTube, all the links are down in the description, including a link over to the Hearthstone deck article. Jump over there, give the deck a +1, leave a lovely thoughtful comment, as I know you will. All my links are down there as well, and if you've got any comments you want to make, please make some comments. Let me know how you feel about this deck, about the videos, about Rastakhan's Rumble, about how you feel about life. Let me know. So stay safe, stay wavy, and obey the call of Keleseth. Bye. I hope you enjoyed that video. Check out other ones over here, or come subscribe to the Wave Pool for more excellent times.